Let's learn. Please click on subscribe button for future video updates.
Hello everyone, today we will see timers. Timer is the most important component of microcontroller. Sometimes it is referred as timer or counter. A timer can be used to measure elapsed time, or to measure input signal frequency, or for generating PWM signal, or to count external pulses coming from any sensor. STM32 have three types of timer. They are basic timer, general purpose timer, and advanced timer. Basic timer are used as a time base or for triggering any peripheral. General purpose timer have some additional features than basic timer. Like with this timer, we can measure input signal pulse width, frequency, or we can interface encoder or pulse sensor. Advanced timer. Advanced timer have all features of general purpose timer along with some extra features for different applications like motor control. So let's start with one simple task. The task is to toggle an LED every 1 second using timer.
Now we will see block diagram of timer module. Here CKINT is the internal frequency and CKPSC is the frequency input to the prescaler block. Here both are same. The function of prescaler block is to divide incoming frequency and generate new low frequency. Output frequency of prescaler is a CKCNT. The counter count pulses with respect to CKCNT. So when timer is started, assuming it is configured to count in upward direction, then it will start counting in upward direction starting from 0. The counter value is always compared with the value in auto reload register. Whenever the counter value matches auto reload register value, then counter value is reset and update interrupt request is generated and related ISR is executed. So we need to configure timer register in such a way that every 1 second update interrupt request is generated so that we can toggle LED in interrupt service routine. This is the formula for calculating update request frequency as per the timer registers. Here TIMCLK is the input frequency to the prescaler block. In our case, that is 8 MHz. I will show you from where I got this 8 MHz in CubeMX part. PSC is a prescaler register value and ARR is auto reload register value. We need to find PSC and ARR value such a way that update event will be of 1 Hz. So with simple mathematical calculation, we can have PSC as a 7999 and ARR as 999. With this combination, we will get result of update event of 1 Hz. Now let's move to the ID and configure timer as per these values. So now create a project as I have shown in previous videos. Now let's configure the timer and other peripherals. First, I will set it as a debug as serial wire because I have that debugger with me. Here on blue pill board there is a crystal of 8 MHz. So I am selecting here crystal and resonator. Now the most important part, clock. Here you can see all peripherals are clocked at 8 MHz. Therefore, we have selected the input frequency or internal frequency as 8 MHz while calculating the timer registers. Okay, now come to timer part. Here, the clock source, we have internal clock that is 8 MHz. Now, as per the calculation, our prescaler value was 7999. The counter mode was up, so it will start counting from 0 to upward direction. And our auto reload register value was 999. Now save all this and generate a code. Okay, so now we will come over here in main. You can see that GPIO is initialized and timer is initialized. The timer is just initialized, configured, but it's not started. We need to first start the timer so that it will start counting from 0 in upward direction. So for that purpose, we need to call a function. Yes, here I am selecting function with IT because I am using interrupt over here. So let's select this one and save. Now we have missing some other settings. They are as over here. As I said, we are going to get an interrupt, so we need to enable interrupt first. So in timer section, go to NVIC and tick for update interrupt. So whenever our count will reach to 999, then this update interrupt request will be generated. Again, save and generate code. Okay, now here you can, in this file, you can see there will be one function over here. Okay, this is the function. This is the interrupt request handler. So whenever update interrupt request is generated, this function will get executed and we will toggle LED over there. So in order to toggle the LED, first we need to configure that GPIO. So as shown in previous video, you can set this PC13 as GPIO output over GPIO PC13. Save this, generate a code. Will come main.c. So we know that when code will be executed, when code will start, it will execute all this function, and when this will execute this function, the timer or counter is started and it will start counting. Whenever that count will reach to 999, then ISR will be called. This is the ISR part. So we need to toggle LED over here. So we can do HL GPIO. We have a dedicated function for toggling, toggle GPIO C, and the GPIO pin number is 13. Because on our blue billboard, PC13 have LED connected to it. Okay, now simply just save and debug. Okay, so first I will put breakpoint in this ISR so that you can see that ISR is executing. Start. Okay, it's over here. Again I will resume. After 1 second it will come over here. It's here, and when it will here, then using this function the LED will be toggled. So now I will run it freely. There you can see the LED is toggling. Now we have not toggle LED from your main code. We are doing this from interrupt. In next video we will try to create some practical application using what we have learned, like GPIO